man's version of uploading videos. I want to start off by saying, if you're watching this, I appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm trying to put this all out here. Not gameplay in any way, shape, or form. Just kind of like put around. Let's talk about these things. First off, let's talk about. So let's have some good news. We're talking about Battlefield 1. I played 7 hours worth. It's a new experience. Like every time I play, I think new things happen. The players there, yeah, you're gonna encounter some that just lay on the ground the whole match and snipe. That's how Battlefield's always been with me. But I feel like everything minus the heavy tanks are pretty well balanced. It all comes down to like who your teammates are and everything like that. Which actually brings me to my next point. What I like about Battlefield the most is that you have to have a strategy. You can't be, wandering around, trying to figure shit out, Just, if your team sucks, if you sucked in Black Ops 3, team sucked with Black Ops 3, depending on the map and the game mode, you can probably still win. But I feel like with Battlefield, that's almost impossible. I feel like, because it was 50 on 50 or whatever the case may be, 40 on 40. It's such large scale and big map and everything like that. Say if they have a guy who's really good on the tank on the other team, well, that's going to take everyone else out, isn't it? I mean, it's a more serious game, I guess I would say. I mean, I played casually, I haven't gone somebody tried hard on it yet. But really could get kind of casual, relaxed, but hey, find your kind of place of what you're going to do. That's what I try to do every time when I'm back to the job. So, now, next game I'm going to bring up is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Yes, this is bad news. I played the beta for a little bit. I can't tell you how long. It wasn't long at all, because my mind was already made up. It's how I felt when I played Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare. It feels like a reskin version of Black Ops 3, but with amazing snipers that can, auto aim assist, whatever the case may be. I know there's a patch, but it just didn't feel like a fun game. I know that's such a hard thing to say about a beta. I'm trying to be real for the people out there that, let's say, they only have enough money for one game for this time around. They really want to invest in it. Because, nowadays that there are special editions, things of that nature. Well, yes, you do get Call of Duty Remastered, whatever that is. Modern Warfare Remastered, I should say. But Infinite Warfare is not. Madden Zombies, I'm not going to be doing the 80s zombies or whatever that shit is. That's just how I feel. And really from there, sorry, yeah, my audio is a little funky, like I said. I'm doing it the poor man's way. I'm uploading this through my PlayStation stuff for now. We'll see where this takes me, but I don't know, the feel of the game just, it wasn't there. Some of the maps, well actually, let me just say this. The maps that I played on there was probably like one good one. They were very forgettable. Nothing was sticking out. Black Ops 3, I mean, I'm sure if I went on there now, I could probably like remember some of the names and spots. And I remember playing the beta and I had a blast. And I was like, man, I can't wait for this game to come out. Now with Infinite Warfare, I'm like, great, this game's coming out. Woohoo. I'm not impressed by any means. So, that is how I feel about Infinite Warfare. Now, before you come out like, oh, you probably weren't going to buy it anyways, or anything like that. I had the most expensive edition reserved. I remember when they first announced the special editions and everything like that, I went to my GameStop and said, hey, I want that expensive thing with, the Call of the remaster and the blah, 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 blah. So I was like, hey, Black Ops 3 was a blast. Let's see what happens. Well, let me just run this through real quick. First off, it feels a little bit like Advanced Warfare with the weapon variants. I'm sure technically speaking, it's not, whatever, but I don't know. If it looks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's a duck. If you have weapon variants and stuff like that, that will probably more than likely be pay to win, and it has this cheap Black Ops 3 ripoff thing. It just feels like a bust. It looks like a bust. It feels like a bust. Like, I'm sure people out there liked Advanced Warfare, but that just wasn't me. I thought that was like the dumbest game ever. To be completely honest, I thought it was the worst Call of Duty yet. And you guys say, "Oh, Ghost was a horrible one." No, Advanced Warfare was the worst Call of Duty of all time. And I want to make that be known. And that might be the truth. Maybe Infinite Warfare will come out of nowhere and just reclaim that title. I mean, they seem to be doing a pretty good job at it. But Advanced Warfare was, I don't know. I hate to be so rude about it, but it was kind of a crock of shit. Like, it was something I just sat there and I was like, it almost made me look away from the franchise. And I guarantee you, if Black Ops didn't come out, if it was a Call of Duty, whatever Warfare, series, or, if it wasn't a Black Ops, if it didn't have the Black Ops logo on there, then I guarantee you I would have thought twice before getting it. But I'm glad I got Black Ops 3. Now, that PlayStation 4 that they came out with, that's how I feel about the way when I look at that PlayStation, where they just slapped a sticker on there. That's how Infinite Warfare looks like. It's like they slapped an Infinite Warfare sticker on Black Ops 3, and then just put in some fine remarks about, weapon variances and stuff like that. I don't know how it all works, but the thing is, I don't care enough to know how it all works. You can take that as me being ignorant, or you can take that as me sitting there saying, well, no, I'm not going to spend, 60 to 70 bucks to pay for a game that, oddly enough, during its beta, reminded me of Advanced Warfare. You see, I'm getting mixed up. Advanced Warfare with a little mixture in of, like, I don't know. It's almost like a poor man's Titanfall with weapon variances, but I'll stop, comparing it to stuff. But let's move on from that. What I'm also going to talk about today is the Destiny Rise of Iron expansion, whatever you want to call it. After I thought, long and hard about it. Do I like it? Yes. Do I love it? No. Would I recommend it for anyone that sat there and said, yeah, I played Destiny a while back, but I couldn't, I just wasn't feeling it because, it's a grind and it was this and that. It's tough. I mean, I'll say it like this, and I'll be completely honest with you. You got the Taken King, you hated the Taken King, or you just didn't like the after effects of Taken King, how it was such a desert of actual, like, I don't know, something along the lines of, like, material, and that's literally what Rise of Iron is. I think I heard somewhere where the campaign is only like an hour and a half long, and I understand, there's been, other Destinies in the past where it's been like that. Well, why can't we ask more? What? If you ask me, I thought if they could have made that last part of the story, the raid, in some hard way, shape, or form, if they could have made you go deeper down and deeper down, do all this crazy shit, that would have been awesome. You fighting the Iron Lords reanimated as raids, that'd be dope. But you have this one dude that has a cannon that sticks on shit and then blows up. Okay, well, tell me about him. We don't know anything about him. Siegen, the Zamboni. Where the hell did that come from? And you got the last guy. I don't know. It just felt like, I hate to say it like this, but who the fuck are these guys? I'm sorry for the language, but it was like, who are these people? Like, why should I care? Versus if they would have sat there and said, hey, we're gonna have, one of each Iron Lord that was inside. The last one was that chick that blew herself up. something along those lines, and actually made it like rewarding for people to come in and beat that. Like, let's say you get like a special thing from Lord Salad, once you beat her or whatever the case may be, something along those lines. But that's a guy who's played the raid, who's done the raid, done all that stuff. No, I don't have every gun in the game. Don't ask me to do all that and then get right back on here because I'm not that interested. Will I have fun in here? Yes. Will I keep playing? Probably. But I think there's an issue, and my thing is this, and I want to see what Destiny 2 has to hold, because I really do hope for this, is that when Destiny 2 comes out, one, every expansion has, I'm not saying, they need to have something different with the enemies that we fight. I mean, what? Okay, let's run it through this. So I think it was the Dark Below, that was Hive. The first one was primarily about the Vex. Okay. And it was the Hive. And then it was Fallen. And it was the Taken, which everyone. And then it was the Fallen again, but Siva-Tech. I mean, we're like the Siva Centurions and stuff like that. That would have been so cool. I mean, that would have been at least a step in the right direction. If you asked me what I think, like taking a step back and looking at it now, once all the hype is gone, here's my statement. I think Rise of Iron was a poor man's Taken King. That's just how I feel. Or not Taken King. Yeah, Taken King. Whatever that last one was. Taken King. Literally, they weren't blacked out. Look at the gear. The gear is literally re-graphicked weapons. The carbon fiber and has a Siva logo. Cool. But these are big name game developers. Why aren't we asking more of them? And I'm not saying like, oh, you need to have like all this. No, look, here's my thing. You do this. $40 per DLC. Okay. A 5 to 6 hour storyline. A raid, obviously. If you can do like 2 short ones or 1 big one. And maybe either a new enemy type or a at least creative enemy type. I mean, making them red doesn't do anything. And it just feels like it's like, I look at it like this. So look at the first, what was it, the first Halo, I think? I mean, you had the Flood. The Flood, they didn't look like, they didn't look like a soldier or, an elite or this or that. They were all completely new people. We couldn't sit there and be like, oh, this was just a reskinned, captain, stuff like that. And that's what it all adds up to. So, I say it like this. If you haven't played Destiny before, go play it. It's a good game. You'll get a lot out of it. I really do think you will. By the way, if you have not played Skyrim, I'd pick Skyrim up over Destiny any day. I'm just pointing that out there. But if you have not played Destiny at all, I do recommend you picking it up. But if you're one of those that, didn't like the creativity of the Taken King, do not get this game. Do not at all. Do not. So, let's go ahead and get away from all that. So, I'm going to talk to you also about my Turtle Beach Elite Pros. Still using them. Everything is running very smoothly still. I've had no issues, no complaints. I've yanked at them, I've dropped them. I'm not the best when it comes to headsets, but I'm not like throwing them or anything like that. Scuff controller, I have no more broken paddles. I've seemed to figure out a way to keep it, I've gotten used to it. I don't know what was going on before, but it seems like it's fine now. That's pretty much all I gotta say. So, I mean, I know this wasn't exactly the most entertaining. I know this is like a low budget and I don't have any cool, big boom microphone with all the fancy specs on it, but hopefully someone can grab this and say, hey, I was someone that had the Taken King and I didn't really like where it went, after the fact. I thought the Taken King was pretty good, but if you didn't like Taken King because of its lack of content, you sure as hell won't like this one. I mean, I could run you through, the Plague Lands, it's a somewhat reskinned version of Earth, and this is literally what it is. I mean, if you have friends on here, by all means, hop on here, get some Trials of Osiris, do all that, but other than that, man, I mean, I'm not too impressed. It's a year. I know, they need it. They either need to have a year where they don't put anything out and they straight up like go overdrive where they have 2-year preparations behind every year, or do something. Because this whole year to year, DLC, it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things like I bought the first collector's edition that you get. I'm sorry, but that should have included all the DLC for Destiny 1. Plain and simple. So, that's kind of that's another point that I'd have to make, and I'm sorry this seems like a little bit unorganized. I tried to do it, informal, but you're around this, so let's go through it all. Battlefield 1 is a check plus. That awesome game. I think anyone would enjoy it if they took the time to actually learn how to play. I suck at the game. I'm not that good, but I have fun. Infinite Warfare, I'm gonna give it an XX minus. I'm not getting the game. Hold off. So it's like $20 or whatever. Destiny Rise of Iron, I'll give it, I don't know, check minus, check X minus plus, maybe, I don't know. Kind of in the middle. I mean, it's exactly what you would expect. Plain and simple. So with that, I will bid y'all adieu. Hope everyone is having a great day, and I will catch y'all later.